Okay, so I've written myself a little list of things I want to try and accomplish since we're starting to make some pretty good progress in the mod pack now, and I want to try and keep focused, otherwise I'll just sit around tinkering with things constantly. So getting the farm set up and having the dirt production going is done now. I think that it's not really producing much dirt for the quest at the moment, but once we expand the farms, it'll really pick up. I want to do something with seeds rather than just voiding them. I think we'll set up like a squeezer setup or something soon, so that we can make seed oil and maybe start using that for power generation or for something else. I'm not sure. But today, what I'm thinking is we might build our little kitchen area. So I think just in this corner here will be good. And so to start off, if we look at cooking, we'll get the cooking for Blockheads stuff. So what we're going to want to do is make all of these multi-block cooking structure things, multiples of some of them. So we're going to want to make a cooking table, which will need to cook for Blockheads 2, some black hardened clay, and just some logs. So black hardened clay is just clay with black dye, which we actually might not have any of. Do we have any ink sacks? We do have some ink sacks. I don't know where we got those from. So I guess first thing we should do is we need ink sacks. So let's build a little lake somewhere. Something I've been meaning to do for a while but haven't really gotten around to it. So if we fill these guys up with water, get our excavator. So where do we want to build a lake? Just somewhere out of the way that we can have squid spawn and do some fishing. Maybe like here? Like next to the farms. We don't really have enough room around this without tearing down the ship component. So maybe we just dig this out and turn it into a bit of a lake. Or a small pond, I guess. So if we do this... So it needs to be, I think, 2 deep is a good goal for fishing. So let's see if we do something like this. And of course we'll surround this with dirt and stuff later on. Maybe put some gravel in the bottom. So if we do that, and then we go deeper here, I think that'll be good. So it needs to have, I think it needs to be 2 deep to sort of make sure that squids will spawn. Oh, that's an actual chiseled sand block. Sure, you can... Oh, I see. Okay, yeah, you can live there. That's fine. I guess we'll just fill that up too. Yeah. Okay, so I think this will be enough. If we put our... Did we get another? Oh, that's sandstone. Put these 2 down. So we're going to want to... Actually, I might just move them a little closer. We're going to want to fill this up with water, and then... Annoyingly, we're going to have to like fill this over with dirt and then fill it up with water again. So what I might do, and what makes it worse is that we don't have infinite water, so I'm going to have to place each individual block. I think it's more effective if you place the bottom layer and then the top layer, otherwise you have like flowing down water, which I don't think counts or doesn't work as well. So we're going to do it this way. We're going to do a proper job. And I don't know what I'm going to do for editing because this is just a lot of repetitive water placement. I might have already sped this up while I'm talking, which would be pretty cool. And we can see that we're doing this properly because see how this has all become still water? That means that they're proper source blocks. So if we place one here, place one there, place one there. There you go. So they're all still water, so they're all source blocks. So we'll pick these guys up. We'll go get some more, and I'll have to get some cobble or something. Okay, so the trick here this is going to look kind of funny, isn't it? That's okay. So we want to fill this up. Actually, so these ones will be fine because you can place them down on the sand, that's fine. But if we try to place water like this, it places on that block, not on the layer above it, which is where we want it to be. So let's put these two here. So the way to do this is you have to place blocks that you can place against, like this, and then we grab a block of water, place it like that, grab one, place it there, grab one, place it there. So we place it up against that block so that it's in that space, and then once we've done that, we dig out this layer and place the next ones. Just do these two, and so if I do this right, by the end of it, it should all be source blocks. There, 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 here. See how this is all source blocks now? So they're 2 deep source blocks, and that is what we're going for. So I'll just keep doing this, and I'll be back. There we go. So what I might do, just because this annoys me a bit, let's just pick these little multi-blocks up. And we'll fill this in with water as well. Like that, and one more. There we go. So that should be enough area to fish in, and hopefully, being too deep, we'll get some squid spawning in there eventually. So yeah, that was just a little thing I wanted to get done at some point. That way I'll spend a bit of time fishing between recordings, and we can get some fish for the quest. So sandstone. Now these little multi-blocks, I've been putting these in here, these chisel blocks, just so I don't want them taking up space in the AE system. And if I probably just need to void them just to get rid of them. They're not really worth like holding on to or breaking down because they're just sand. But okay, so cooking for blockheads. So if we look for cooking, so first thing we need to make is a cooking table. To make that, we need a cooking for blockheads 2, which needs a cooking for blockheads 1, which is just cooking a book in a furnace. And we should have some books. We've got plenty of books, so we'll just grab one of them. Hopefully it works in any furnace. Yep, there we go. So that's one. We'll just throw him in there. Search for that. So to get the second version, we need 2 crafting benches. And then that with 2 diamonds gets us that. To make that clay, we just put it with black dye, and then done. Cooking table. So I already have a bit of an idea of how I'm going to do this. I think we're going to do a fridge here, a bench, a sink, a bench, and this guy, and then a stove here. So we can craft. Oh, the only thing we can craft with what we have in our inventory is fresh water, using the bucket of water. Click to see recipe. Sort by hunger, sort by saturation. I think if you like drag, click again to craft. Yeah, there we go. So because it uses the second book, we can craft things with it. But it should multi-block with all the other cooking blocks that we make, which means we can put food items in the fridge and stuff, and it'll actually cook for us. So if we search again. Okay, so we want a sink, which we should be able to just craft. We want 2 kitchen counters, which will use a bit more of our hardened clay, which is nice. We want a stove, which needs specifically black stained glass. Okay. It's fine. We'll make an oven. Sorry, not a stove. To make a fridge, we need an iron door. So there we go. Make 2 of them because I think they multi-block into a 2-high fridge. So we've got 2 counters, a sink, an oven, and a fridge. I think that was all we needed for base bits. So if we do, let's see, we'll put the oven here. I think he just needs coal, which is fine. We'll do a counter, a sink, another counter, and I think these all link together. And then the fridge like this. Yeah, see, it turns into a double fridge. Oh, it even opens too. Excellent. Cool. Alright, it's a bit of a shame they don't seem to multi-block together. I was kind of hoping they would. That's... I don't like that. Let's do... Pick the fridge up. Pick you up. Oh, he needs an axe. So we're going to shuffle this all down 1. So I don't like the way it fits around the corner like that. And this guy's a pickaxe. Okay, so we're going to do the fridge on the corner. So he opens like that. Kitchen counter. Yeah, even if you have 2 counters, they don't link together. It's a shame. So we'll do counter, sink, counter, cooking table. Maybe we'll do the cooking table and then the counter. Yeah, let's try that. Counter, cooking table. Yeah, that's alright. You get sort of a little dip shape. That's fine. And then the oven on the end. And trash can. Okay, sure. So this guy, oh, it actually ate our bucket to make the sink. Do we have any buckets? Yeah, we do. Good. Can we right click on him to get water? No, we can't. Oh, that's annoying. But I think what that does is having the sink supplies us with water. I am not sure if it tells you in here or in the, because I did look it up just to see how they sort of work together. But kitchen counters store food, fridge stores food, sink I think supplies water, and then the oven will do cooking for us. So, alright, so those are all crafted. There were a couple more that I want to do. If we just search for that again. So we also want to make a toaster, which will need a bucket of lava, an iron trapdoor, a button, which we probably don't have one of, and then we just need the... Oh, are we actually out of iron? Oh, shoot, we are too. That's fine, we can just grab some out of here. So I probably want to set this up to actually smelt all those down before it puts it into the network. So, but we'll look at doing that later. Just get this all smelting up. Good, I'll make another bucket and get a bucket of lava. So eventually we'll also have the fluid tanks hooked up to the network as well, because I think we can use a fluid crafter to be able to just craft things in here without having to go get buckets of all the bits and pieces. So we want to make a toaster, which will toast bread for us. Spice rack for putting spices on. Tool rack, which we need more slabs for. It's fine. A tool rack. And then the last one is a milk jar, which I think we turn into a cow in a jar. So to make a cow in a jar, we need to get an anvil 1 block above a cow with a milk jar below it. And that sounds kind of fun, so we're going to try doing that. To make the milk jar, we need a milk bucket and a plank. Okay, so we need to get another bucket. Why would that not? Ah, damn it, did it again. Because we used all of our iron, didn't we? Yeah, give me this iron. There we go. So we'll just make another bucket. We get some milk. Because we do have a couple of cows now. I'm not seeing any... Oh, we did get some squids. Excellent. Perfect, so this is working. Give me some ink sacs there, fella. And you. Excellent. Oh, that gets us some calamari too, which would be nice. We can try cooking that up in the kitchen. So we'll put the calamari in the fridge. Oh, you can see it in there too. Oh, that is cool. That is really neat. Alright, there's any sacks. Let's put our toaster here. Put our spice rack here. And our tool rack here, sure. So we can just put spices on him. The toaster, I think, just allows this to make... Oh yeah, you can see, so now we can make cooked calamari. So we can cook the calamari because we have the oven attached here. Water because we have that. We can make fresh milk because we have milk. And we can make heavy cream because we have milk, right? Yeah. Oh, interesting. It doesn't seem to need the mixing bowl now. That is interesting. Okay, so let's make the milk jar. And then we're going to make the cow in the jar. So we'll grab our anvil. We need to be able to place the cow. So can we make a golden lasso? String, nuggets, and 8 XP. Just the normal crafting bench? Yeah, it might need to be a vanilla crafting bench. No, that's fine. We should have gold nuggets. 1, 2, 3, 4. And a string. 4. Okay, so if we go over here, and can you just give me up to 8 levels? And then we'll just place these, place that. Golden lasso. You see it did use our levels here. Okay, good, we got that. I do have an anvil. Did I put it in the storage? I might have, because I know I broke the floor when I was replacing this flooring, and it fell because I forgot that's how anvils work. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so we've got anvil, milk jar, we can pick up a cow. Let's just grab some blocks so that we can set this up. So we'll just do it here, this should be fine. So if we have our milk jar, oops, milk jar there. So this is where the cow will stand. And we'll make this too high so we can't get away, and then we'll put the anvil there. Okay, so we do have 3 cows, good. So we'll just grab one. We're going to put you there, and then we're going to put the anvil on top. Oh, that's amazing. And now we have a little... Oh, I hope I didn't break it. No, we've got a little cow in the jar. Yeah, look at him in there. And it produces up to 8 buckets of milk. Excellent. Cool. That is really neat. Okay, so if we get our cow in the jar, let's sit him there. So now we don't have any milk, like we don't have a bucket of milk on us. We probably have to wait till that builds up to a full bucket's worth though. And I'll just put my anvil back down over here. Fine. But we should be able to go just grab a bunch of foodstuffs now. So let's grab everything out of here. All of this stuff. Break you. So we don't need you there anymore. So what we can do is, I think, so on the tool rack, oh no, we don't want to do that. So the oven accepts a few different tools, so it'll take the pot, I think, the bakeware, and did we not make the other ones? Didn't we? So it's the skillet, I think, and the frying pan? Did we not make a skillet? I guess not. Okay. Copper sounds good. We'll make a copper frying pan, a copper skillet, and a frying pan? No? What's the other one called? Pot? Saucepan. That's what it's called, isn't it? Yeah. Saucepan. There we go. And I think just by having these here, it just adds them, so they're up here now, and it just adds their options to the cooking. So that we can make a fruit salad now, which needs a cutting board. So can we put the cutting board, we can search in there. Do we put the cutting board up here? Oh yeah, there we go. Cutting board there, mortar and pestle there. And now we still have access to them. So that just leaves the mixing bowl, the juicer, and do we have a, oh yeah, the cooking pot's in here, bakeware's in there. So I think we can just put them in there. So I don't know why we need the tool rack there then. But whatever, that's fine. Those can sit up there. So we can make orange juice fruit salad, garden soup, using stock and winter squash, heavy cream, edible root with spice leaf, apple sauce, cooked calamari. So I think if we just throw like spice leaf and squash, stock, I guess we just throw it all in the fridge. I don't think it really matters. The apples and the oranges. Just put the apple juice and stuff in there as well. Why not? I don't know how we want to do this actually. So we haven't eaten that hearty stew in a while. Let's have that. So do these require bowls? No, they don't. Interesting. I guess we can just put the bowls in here as well. But yeah, now we can, so if we go into our system here, let's see what we have that's edible. Grab a couple of stacks of coffee beans, a couple of stacks of canola. Actually, I don't know if the canola itself is used for cooking, is it? No, it's not. It's only used for squeezing. So, coffee beans are fine. What else do we have? I don't think bees are really edible. Bamboo, definitely. Spice leaf, rye, rice, barley. The edible squash, or winter squash, edible squash, what am I talking about? That's fine. Resin is not edible. I'll grab some more apples to go in there as well. Carrots, definitely. Eggs, sure. What else is there? There should be some potatoes floating around. Melons? Yeah, melons. We don't want to do golden apples. Probably don't want to put mushrooms in there just yet. Just in case we need them for crafting. Potatoes. Let's just put all of, not golden lasso, all of this stuff in here. And those bamboo shoots. Put that stuff away. Put the golden lasso in there. Okay, what else have we got? Oh, soybeans. Can't forget them. Salt can go in there too. We've got carrots, we've got potatoes. Grab the melons and the pumpkins. And then all the meats, definitely. I don't think we need to put the zombie flesh in there. And that's probably it. Normal wheat. Let's get some of that. And yeah, okay, that looks like it. So put the soybeans, put all the meat, everything into the fridge. Give it a little sort. Okay, so we've got There's 3 and a bit buckets of milk in there now too. So if we click on here, we can make bacon and eggs, applesauce. So if we sort by hunger restored, so we can make bacon and eggs using pork chop and egg. We can make a pot roast, cooked pork chops, bamboo steamed rice. Lots of options now. So if we want to make bacon and eggs, click again to craft, and we just get it. Awesome. Let's make a pot roast too. Let's make a couple of them and a couple of bacon and eggs. There we go. We've done all the bacon and eggs we can now. Bamboo rice sounds good. And, oh, we can make sausage, which is a large meal. Cool. Alright, and then we can just throw these in the fridge as well. Give it a sort. And we can just come in here and just grab a bunch of food, whatever we want to have to eat now. Awesome. And it's a little kitchen setup. That is really cool. Spices? I'm not sure what we can put on the spice rack. Maybe that's where the spice leaf should go. Can we put those? Oh yeah, there we go. Oh wait, does it put individual ones on there? Oh, we can put stacks on there. Good. There we go. All of our spice leaves are on the spice rack. Yeah, so can we do anything with the soy yet? We can make heavy cream, we can make mayo, rice cakes, scrambled eggs. So I think this is smart enough to use like components of other items. So if it needs to use like tofu to make something, I think it can make tofu, as long as it has everything it needs. It's like it's using the bowls to make pumpkin stew, uses the bakeware to make that, uses the juicer to make mayo. But yeah, I think if we run out of stock, it'll be smart enough to make more stock if it needs to for a food. I think that's how it works. Either way, that's pretty handy. We have plenty of food now. And yeah, so now we can just look at getting more different foodstuffs, I guess, to put in there. And every time we get hungry now, we can just go make up some bacon and eggs or something else, which is good. But alright guys, I think that'll do for today. Made some good progress on some bits and pieces. And I think next time we're going to start looking at getting some more Tinker Tools built up, and then do some exploring. So, alright guys, take care, and I will see you in the next one.